Welcome back to my class. Let's solve this question. And the question says we should express 2 raised to power 4045 plus 6 as a sum of 3 perfect squares. Before we move into solving the question, please kindly subscribe to my channel, as this will encourage me in posting more videos. Thank you very much for those of us that have already subscribed. May God bless you. And I'm expecting more people to subscribe to my channel. I'll be very grateful on that. This is Waismaths online, where you can see the best. In solving this question, since they said that we should find it at a sum of 3 perfect squares, we should start with the examples of perfect squares. Examples of perfect squares. In this way, we have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. Why do we choose that? If we have 1 squared, it's a perfect square, and 1 squared is going to give us 1. If we have 2 squared, it's a perfect square, which is going to give us 4. 3 squared is a perfect square, which is going to give us 9. 4 squared is a perfect square, which is going to give us 16. And 5 squared is a perfect square, which is going to give us 25. Another is when we have x squared plus y squared. And briefly, this is what we're going to have under that. This is going to give us x plus y squared minus 2xy. Let's quickly call this one equation 1. And also, there is another perfect square, y squared plus x squared plus y squared, to give x minus y plus 2xy. So we have 2 of them. So let's go back to the question and set this apart, because we're going to need them. So 2 raised to power 45 plus 6 can also be expressed as 2 raised to power 45 plus 2 plus 4. It can be expressed as 2 raised to power 45 plus 2 plus 4, because 2 plus 4 will give us 6. Also, 2 raised to power 45 can also go in this way. 2 raised to power 45. 2 can go in 1 squared plus 1 squared, and 4 can also be a perfect square of 2 raised to power 2. In that way, we have turned 2 and 4 into perfect squares. So we only need this to be turned into perfect square. And how do we do about that? We understand from the law of indices that a raised to power x into bracket a raised to power y is the same thing as a raised to power x plus y. If you are good with the law, we can also rewrite 2 raised to power 45 as 2 raised to power 1 into bracket 2 raised to power 44 plus 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 2 squared. Because 2 raised to power 1 into bracket 2 raised to power 44 can give 2 raised to power 45. So in that way, it will be easier for us to now say 2 raised to power 1 into bracket 2 raised to power 22 all squared. Because if you look at this, this is going to give us this from the law of indices that says that if you have a raised to power x into bracket y, is going to give us a raised to power xy. So it's going to be the same. If we multiply the 2 outside with all this, it will give this. That means that plus 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 2 squared. That means that this can be written in 2 ways. Like we can say 2 into bracket 2 raised to power 22 all squared plus 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 2 squared. That means that we have 2 of this. So I'm going to split this into 2 to be 2 raised to power 22 all squared, that is 1, plus 2 raised to power 22 all squared. So I'm still writing the same thing over here. I'm still trying to split out 2 raised over 40, 45. And this is where we're going. Plus 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 2 raised to the power 2. So we can then put them together as saying that 2 raised to the power 20, 22. Because if you can look at them now, they all look like perfect squares, right? If you look at perfect square, perfect square, perfect square, perfect square, perfect square. So we have this plus 1 squared. I'm going to put this together plus 2 raised to the power 20, 22 all squared plus 1 squared. I put this together plus 2 raised to the power 2. It's really making sense. Now, this is when we are going to make use of what we have up here. What we have up here, we're going to make use of it. Because if you look at this is x squared plus y squared to give this, and also x squared plus y squared to give this. So what we're going to do now is we are going to add these two equations together. So from that two equations, we are going to say add equation 1 and 2. So if we had equation 1 and 2, what are we going to have? So I'm going to write them down here. X squared plus y squared equals x plus y all squared minus 2xy. This is equation 1. And we also have x squared plus y squared equals x minus y all squared plus 2xy, equation 2. So we're going to add them together. So if you add them together, what are we going to have? If you add them together, add this together, so that means we're going to have x squared plus y squared, that is one part, plus, let me just do this, bracket it, plus x squared plus y squared. So this goes off because it is minus 2xy plus 2xy. That becomes 0. So what we have left is that we are going to have x plus y all squared plus x minus y all squared. So that means that if we now say let x equals 2 raised to the power 20, 22 and y equals 1. If we have done that, if we know that let x equals 2 raised to the power 20, 22 and y equals 1. So what are we going to have? That means that we're going to have 2 raised to the power 20, 22 squared plus 1, right? Plus x, which is 2 raised to the power 20, 22 plus 1, which is what we have here. 2 raised to the power 20, 22 squared plus 1. That's what we have here. Again, we have it again that 2 raised to the power 20, 22 squared plus 1 plus 2. And this, from this adding 1 and 2, we resulted into x plus y into bracket 2 plus x minus y into bracket 2. That means that everything we have here is going to give us x, which is 2 raised to the power 20, 22. I'm going to rewrite it. 2 raised to the power 20, 22 plus 1 all squared plus 2 raised to the power 20, 22 minus 1 all squared. Do not forget that we say our plus 2 here to give plus 2. The expression of 2 raised to the power 40, 45 plus 6 will give us 2 raised to the power 20, 22 plus 1 squared plus 2 raised to the power 20, 22 minus 1 squared plus 2 raised to the power 2. In that way, this is the first square, this is the second square, this is the first perfect square, this is the second perfect square, and this is the third perfect square. So we are able to find the sum of these three perfect squares as 2 raised to the power 40, 45 plus 6. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.